Hello everyone and welcome to another great video. Today I'll be talking about 25 facts to do with your health and body that you probably will not know. I really hope you enjoy because I've put a lot of effort into it. Approximately half the world's population is infected with large round worms, hookworms and whipworms. About 800 million people worldwide are infected with whipworm, which can cause diarrhea, weight loss and anemia. And in severe instances, rectal prolapse can occur, in which the walls of the rectum protrude from the anus. Humans with failing kidneys will not survive unless they receive an organ transplant or put on dialysis, a process in which a machine filters waste from the blood. Traumatic brain injury is a serious health problem for people aged 75 and older. As they have the highest rates of traumatic brain injuries, they tend to recover more slowly or die from their injuries. Not good. Blowing your nose when you have a cold might feel good, but it can actually worsen your condition. Blowing generates enormous pressure and propels mucus into the sinuses, spreading viruses or bacteria and potentially causing further infection. Bacteria can grow and divide every 20 minutes, turning just one bacterial cell into 16 million in just 8 hours. Belly button lint is made up of clothing fibers, dead skin, and more. Doesn't taste like it though. Erectile dysfunction is a man's inability to keep an erection long enough to perform sexual intercourse. As many as 80% of men aged 75 and older have erectile dysfunction, but the problem can occur at any age. Causes include lung, liver, heart, kidney disease, disorders such as diabetes, side effects of antidepressants and other medications, substance or alcohol abuse. So I really need to cut down on my alcohol abuse. Ladies and trans women and men, this one's for you. You should never, ever share your mascara. This is the most common way to pass on pink eye or conjunctivitis. Geez, I thought you passed on pink eye by spreading your ass cheeks on someone's pillow. Up to 8% of American adults suffer from toenail fungus. I've seen toenail fungus and it is absolutely disgusting. If you wear a ring, the number of germs living underneath it could be as high as the population of Europe, and it could smell just as bad too. The infant mortality rate in America in 2005 was 13.7 per 1,000 live births among blacks, 8.06 among American Indians and Alaska Natives, 8.3 among Puerto Ricans, and 5.76 amongst whites. 10% of US adults aged 18 and older, or about 24 million people, experienced serious psychological distress in 2008, for which less than half received mental health services. No wonder there's so many mass shootings in the US. Jesus Christ. Poisoning was the second most cause of deadly injury in the US in 2004, following car crashes. And nearly 70% of poisoning deaths in 2004 were ruled accidental. Another 19% were suicides, while the rest were categorized as homicides or undetermined. Tuberculosis is among the most widespread and frequently fatal infectious diseases in the world. Tuberculosis is caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis, which infects 1/3 of the world's population. I had a friend named Mahendra who came to work after returning back from India. He had a tuberculosis thing on his neck. It was like a golf ball. It was absolutely gross. Yuck. A study published in 2009 reported that overweight 18-year-old men were just as likely to die by the age of 60 as the average smoker. Now, an obese young man, just like heavy smokers, doubled the risk of dying early. And if you are obese and you're a heavy smoker, you, sir, are fucked. In 2005, 186,000 women and 1,700 men were reported as having breast cancer. Unfortunately, 20% of those people died. Another reason not to grow man boobs, gentlemen. Eating disorders such as anorexia and bulimia can cause low blood pressure, diabetes, heart and kidney failure, brain damage and death. So you girls out there with low self-image and low self-esteem, I don't care if you're 10 kilos heavier, I'll still do you. About 5 million Americans suffer from heart failure, and 300,000 of those people die each year. Too much McDonald's, that's your problem. Humans can grow horns called cutaneous horns. This is when the skin surface thickens, often in response to disease. If I had cutaneous horns, I would never get laid. Or would I? A 92-year-old Chinese woman recently gave birth to a 62-year-old baby. It's true, and it's totally worth a Google search. A 62-year-old British woman cannot recognize voices, even those of family members. She physically needs to see the person speaking to know who it is. That gives me an idea. Hey, let's have blindfolded sex. I'm your husband. Researchers have discovered that if exposed to an unpleasant smell, sleepers will have bad dreams. But if you're exposed to pleasant smells such as roses, the opposite effect will occur. Another reason to stay away from public toilets. Up to 70 million Americans are affected by digestive diseases such as pancreatitis, cirrhosis, gastritis, reflux, viral hepatitis, and much more. Alright, that's all for today, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. It'll do a lot to help me grow my channel and offer you better content. Thank you very much.